Good morning. We are back, and this morning we are going to work on a beef shoulder roast. So I'm going to show you what I do on a normal basis when I do a shoulder roast, if I have thawed it out a couple of nights before. So anyway, this has been thawed. So today we're actually going to season our beef, then we're going to sear it, then we're going to put it in the crock pot. So let's get started. Still looks like this has a little ice on it, but that's okay. I'm gonna take some paper towels and just dab the top of it, and I'm gonna put some olive oil and some seasonings. To rub that on top. And I've already measured out 3 of my spices along with salt and pepper. I used a teaspoon of each, so we're just going to sprinkle that on top and rub that in some more. Some more olive oil. Put some more of our seasoning mix, salt and pepper, paprika, onion powder, and garlic powder. All right. We're going to let that sit for a minute while we get our skillet started. All right, so we're going to add 2 tablespoons of the lard to our pan. I have already turned the skillet on to about medium high. Alrighty.
And I assume you could use any high heat oil?
Yes. If I didn't have lard, I would be using, I just use olive oil for most everything. And then I would also add butter. And sometimes even with the lard, I would add butter, but today we're just going to do the lard and get our pan nice and hot so we can sear our shoulder roast. We're probably going to do about 2 to 3 minutes per side. Hear that nice crackling sound. Okay, so we're going to go ahead, I think, and add our meat to this. Oh yes. Like I said, about 2 to 3 minutes per side. We want to lock in those flavors, those spices. So I have turned on the crock pot to low, and I also added a little bit of olive oil at the bottom. So now we're just going to move our meat into our crock pot. And I'm going to also go ahead and add some Italian seasoning to the top of this, and along with some oregano, and then I'm going to sprinkle the remainder of our spices in our bowl on top. And we are going to cover and it is going to cook all day, low and slow. It'll be nice and tender around maybe 5 or 6, about the time that my husband gets home from work, and we will be ready to eat. So come back then. Okay, so it is definitely pork tender. It's been cooking on low in the crock pot all day. So it's going to come out already pretty much sliced. Like I said, it definitely is pork tender, will not require anyone needing a knife tonight. So I'm just going to get it out here on the plate, and then I will pour the juice into this bowl. Now you could make a gravy, and sometimes I do. When I make a gravy, I would use the juice from the meat, and I would add a little bit of flour and a little bit of butter just to kind of thicken it up. But tonight, I think we're just going to enjoy the juice. I am going to go ahead and remove the bone, and I'm going to save that for my son's dog, who I'm sure will definitely enjoy it. This almost fell apart to the point where I could have made rice or mashed potatoes this evening and we could just put it on top, but I did not. So I'm actually having sweet potatoes and green beans. Alrighty, there we go. Like I said, it did come out pork tender, and we have the juice, and we are ready for dinner. Thank you.